Hello, it's Phil here from MoneyTree, and today's video, very simple. It's what's involved when you sit down with a financial advisor. A lot of people ask me the question about how long will it take, what's involved, what's the cost, all these elements. Can we do it face to face, is it done on Zoom? So all these things, hopefully in this video I will try and answer those questions and give you a more rounded picture about what's involved when you sit down with someone like me to sort out your financial situation. So the first thing we do is we set a date and time convenient for you as to when it's best to come and see you. So we either do that at your place of work, at home if that's more convenient for you, or at our offices in Sutton Weaver, just off the M56, or as most people prefer at the moment, over Zoom. So we can do it over Zoom. If it is online, we tend to send a pack of information to you first, to your home address, and when you receive that we then arrange the meeting. But bear in mind it's really based around you. When is best for you to be seen? So weekends, evenings, whatever suits you best, that's what we try and fit around. So that's the initial meeting start off. So when the meeting starts, the first thing I have to do is introduce myself. I'll give you a business card to show that I am who I say I am, and that will include my contact details, so should you need to be back in touch with me, everything you need to know is on that card. We go through a data protection element where you have to sign a form to say that any data we use obviously will be protected, but it allows us to then use your data to do investigations, or at least capture the data and use it for things like illustrations or applications should it reach that point. You're also provided with a brochure which looks a little bit like this, which is essentially a guide to services. It gives you an indication about the kind of services we provide, how we provide them, and also an indication as to what's important at different life stages in terms of protection or pensions or investments, etc. So when we have that discussion, you have a little bit more information to hand about what we do and how we do it, which is quite important. The other thing we provide you with, which is very important, is a very detailed document on terms and conditions, what's involved, which includes essentially how we do business. So there's nothing hidden in what we do. Everything we do is upfront, quite open about how we go about our business, and the documents we provide you with will address that on that side. But the main element of the meeting is what we term the fact find, which is kind of self-explanatory. It's looking into essentially your background, your family situation, how much is coming in, how much is going out, what your assets are, what your liabilities are, but also understanding your family situation. Do you have financial dependents? Are people dependent upon you financially? And not always kids. It could be anyone who is financially dependent upon you or reliant upon you on that basis. So we have a much more rounded picture about your financial circumstances. But it's also a very detailed chat about what you're trying to achieve, what keeps you awake at night, what your main concerns and fears are, so we can address that. So in terms of protection, have you got sufficient protection in place to look after the family should anything happen to you? Is the mortgage protected? All these elements are considered, but also what are you worth? How much assets do you have? How many liabilities do you have? Any loans and credit card bills do you have, etc. Now some people are a little bit nervous about providing that information, but what I try and say to them is the more information I have, the better job I can do. It's about finding out the real situation, and the more I know, the better the job I can do in terms of giving you the right advice at the right time. But a lot of it is about trying to find out where you want to be, what you're trying to achieve as a family, as an individual, and can we as financial advisors provide you with the route to get to that point. So if it's about retiring early, what do we need to do on that basis? It's about putting more money away for the kids. What do we need to do so? If it's ensuring that your income is protected while you're earning this money to put away into your pension, what are the best ways of doing so? That's really what this the core fact find is all about, getting some more information about you to allow me to do a better job to give you the information and really the suggestions that we think are right. Now all that process costs you nothing. The initial meeting costs you actually nothing. What we then do is what I'll cover in the next section. And so after the initial meeting, I will then take the information you've provided me with and go away and do an awful lot of research into the best products or best solutions for your particular problem or need or requirements, and we then arrange for me to come back at another time, again convenient for yourself, to go through those proposals, find out which best suits your needs, and if you want to proceed, that is what we do. We then put those products or policies or investments in place to start you on the financial journey as you want to be. So that essentially is what we do. We have a meeting, we discuss what you're trying to do, we find out a bit more information, I then go away and do some research and find out the best solutions for you. And that in a nutshell is what we do. So hopefully you find that interesting. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.